Whip. Wobbly boy, wobbly boy. That's about right. Okay, are we online? I think we might be. I can sort of see the frame count. Sure, it's going to be fine. Garden update, yep. Hey gang, what's the audio like? Can you hear me okay? I haven't bought the microphone or anything, so I don't know whether the audio is going to be viable. Been a bit of a div. Actually, I was rushing, so. Can hear you and Biggles. Okay, I can't see Biggles actually, but I can hear him, but I can't see him anymore. Oh, okay. A bit more silent than normal. Yeah, I figured that would be the case. When I picked the camera, I thought it might be a bit quiet. Thank you, Stream Elements. So gang, here we are on top of Barrow Wake. This is scenic Barrow Wake Overlook. And you're looking down on bits of Gloucestershire. Something is very loud. Oh yeah? Anyone else hear the very loud thing? Because I can hear a very loud thing here, in person. Oh yeah, I mean there is quite a busy road down there, but it's a fair distance away. Hello. It is a pretty view, isn't it? It's pretty damn nice. Should we see if we can get a little bit more sky, because the sky's doing cool things. If I leave you up a little bit. Is that a bit vertigo? I don't know. So yeah, this is Barrow Wake. It's a hill overlooking Gloucestershire, and it's pretty handsome. It's pretty handsome. It goes off quite a way that way, and there's quite a bit of it that way too. Should I pick the camera up? I'll give you a big old handheld pan. Hang on a minute. So this is the panorama. What I've got here. You know, pretty nice. Pretty nice. All things considered. Hello. Right, I've got to try and put the camera back down again now. Hang on a minute. Did that work? Is that working? Oh, that's wobbly. There it is. Oh, zoinks. It is nice up here though. Let me get a photo up and I can give you a rough idea of the things you're looking at. Okay. Okay, so get the picture up. So where are we looking? Over here, over this way, you've got Cooper's Hill Cinderfood and a hill called the Sugar Loaf for some reason, no idea. In the middle of your camera, in the middle of your view, you've got Gloucester Cathedral's down there somewhere. Have you got bump pad? I haven't got bump pad. I have come with old mate crouch cam. I'm on crouch cam today, everybody. So yeah, Gloucester's down here. This lump here is Chosen Hill. The misty bit over here is Churchdown. And Cheltenham's actually that way. Cheltenham's off camera that way. which is the best way to keep China. So I figured we'd come up to somewhere pretty like this while we have chance, while it's warm enough and while it's nice enough and all that sort of thing. There are two bits of this sort of park that are quite handsome. There's this bit, which is the quieter bit, and over there on that hill there, like the other side of that hill here, there's like an actual no fooling visitor centre, but it's a little bit commercial. Hello. It is cold. Yeah, it is cold. -1 feels like -6. Oof. A few clouds with a 10 degrees. Wind is blowing from the west at 1.9 miles an hour. Humidity is 72%. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. And this is where lots of Gloucestershire come just to sort of like chill out and have existential thoughts while smoking cigarettes and things. It's also the place, he said slightly unknowingly, if I change cameras, the car park, hey gang, the car park over there is ever so slightly infamous for nighttime activities. It'll be fun to roll down. No, we aren't actually that far from the hill where they do cheese rolling. The hill that they do the cheese rolling on is actually like a 5-minute drive from here. Oh, matron, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, if you Google Barrow Wake, you are going to get a lot of, you are going to get quite a few seedy things because it's where people come to have nighttime liaisons with strangers in cars. Generalised nighttime activity. I don't think it is explicitly a queer hookup location. It is just a hookup location. Here in the UK, we disparagingly refer to it as dogging. Oh yeah. Did the actor that plays Phil Mitchell particular antisocial use? Yes. Yeah, a little bit spicy. It's got to be said. This is quite a spicy. During the day, it's lovely, but in the evening, quite a spicy time. Quite a spicy time. I wouldn't come here at night, put it that way. But yeah, what a lovely view though, isn't it? Isn't it cracking? So yeah, I thought we'd come up here while we've still got a bit of weather and we're still like able to come up here and stuff, because we can sit inside and pour at old computers and do jigsaw puzzles any time of the year, sort of thing. Ooh, do my nails in the blingiest sort of way. Short of rhinestones. Nice. It's always biscuit hour. Oh yeah. Any hour is correct hour for biscuits. Let me see if I can move you a little bit closer to the edge. There we are. And I can also see the screen then, so that's good. I can also see the screen a bit. So yeah, congratulations to O2 for having a 4G antenna somewhere enough that I can connect to it. I did bring tea. I mean, you must realise I've brought tea. I mean, you must realise that I have come prepared with a big flask of tea. Oh, brilliant! Bourbons, yes, very correct. Let me move slightly closer to you. Let me move old mate Tia slightly. There you are. Bourbons, yeah, best biscuits. Victoria slices, yeah, Victoria slices are great. Ahoy! Ahoy, hoy! Yeah, look, I mean, you must realise I'm never more than a few metres away from a cup of tea. I mean, there's no way I'm getting. Mr. Kipling's Victoria slices, yeah, that is a pretty solid cake choice. There's no way I'm going to say anything bad about that as a choice. Oh, tell you what though, I thought about bringing bum pad. But bum pad's great if the thing you're sitting on is already sort of level and dry. But if you're not, if the thing you're sitting on is a bit damp or a bit moist, you drink tea all day? I do drink tea all day. Yeah. Oh, I'm British. Angel slice in your packed lunch. Yeah, innit? You're not wrong. Yeah, you drink tea all day. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a problem and it's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? Being able to drink tea whenever you want, because tea's lovely, but also you get to the end of the day and you go, I've drunk 8 cups of tea today. Oh no. Oh, so yeah, a little bit low activity stream today, but I figured the views would balance out the lack of activity. We are on Barrow Wake in Gloucestershire. This is scenic overlook. This is looking over like the Gloucester, Cirencester's behind me. Gloucester bits of Gloucestershire. Cheltenham's off camera that way. We are at Spicy parking lot. We are not in a spicy parking lot. We're on a parking lot that gets spicy later on. Let's have a look at these. Let's have a look. Oh wow, those are bling. Behold. Zoinks, those are cool. Nice. Sparkly. Holographic striping tape on top of multi-chrome flakies. Wow. Pretty damn spicy. Oh, I cannot get. That's it. Get my chair. What's this? I've got a week off. That's my uncle dancing. Oh, week off. The countdown starts here. The long, thin kind of nail sticker. Ooh. There's it looks like there's a very similar thing in the modelling world of like pinstriping. You can get like very fine tape that you can use to keep like paint off, like masking tape. You can keep paint off surfaces. And if you're doing like a really small model, and it looks like the same sort of size. 3 days of Thanksgiving: Thursday, Friday, and Monday. Wicked. Very ace. Very ace. So should we get started on the tea, gang? What do you think? Should we begin with the tea? 3 days off. That's pretty great. Take polish off. Zoinks. Okay. Right. The big question is, of course, where am I going to put the stopper for the thermos flask while I am pouring the tea? Because everything around me is covered in rabbit poo. I'm going to put it in the same hand pocket. No, there's phones and keys and lip balm and stuff in my pocket. I'm going to try to. Yeah, there we go. I give my right arm to be ambidextrous. Right, there we are. Put the cup there. Put the top back on your head. Oh yeah, there are buns here. There are, judging by the amount of rabbit poo that is around me, there are like all the rabbits in the world live here. It's mostly the bit that isn't grass is rabbit poo. Oh no, I mean if I see any rabbits, I will bring them to you. Unlikely to, but you never know. You never know. Right, okay, we're going to put phone there. Pick up the tea. Pick up the tea. Cheers, everybody. What's this? My good news is we had a sprint demo yesterday at work. Oh, wicked. Angry managers, yay. Nice one. Nice one. I always work on one of the Barrow family mottos as well, when it comes to things like sprint reviews and that kind of thing. If you can't convince them, confuse them. It's just one of those sort of things. I remember years ago, the female and I came up here in like January, and it had snowed, and it looked absolutely amazing, but it was terrifying driving up here, because you have to drive up that road you can see there. There's like a big bypass that goes up the hill off this way, and you sort of double back on yourself. And I got up here, and like the car was wheezing. The traction controller had been on the entire way, and it was just like, I'm not doing this again. This is very pretty, but that was also terrifying. Because it's one thing if you've got like a big four-wheel drive vehicle or something like that, or if you've got even a normal sized car, but I haven't. I've got a funny little plastic thing, but you know, I've got a rear wheel drive plastic thing. So yeah, I said when not doing that again. Are those cows over there on that hill? I think there are, you know. No, we're not a big winter tyres country. You can get winter tyres, but not as a rule anyway. Not as a rule. Yeah, over that hill there, now, here we go. We are testing the limits of the iPhone zoom now. Where? There are some cows up there. You'll have to take my word for it. There are cows. Oh, that's looking very pretty. Hang on a minute. The sun and stuff is looking very pretty. They are far away. Yeah, those ones are far away. All creatures great and small. Excellent. Oh. But yeah, this is a very scenic little spot to come and hang out. You see all sorts of people up here walking dogs and all sorts. If I, as I say, if I see any good boys, I will bring them to you. We will go live to good boys if I see any. Oh, zoinks. Still slightly headachy today. I was chatting to my mum earlier, and I sort of like, she asked me how I was, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm not doing too bad, I feel alright, sort of thing. And I was just like, half an hour after saying I feel alright, yeah, a little bit headachy. The same headache put me on my ass last week. Santa Circle drinking tea. Oh, yes. Tea Circle. I did totally jinx it. Yeah, that's... No. Oh, no, it's not a fever. I get like chronic migraines, and I get 1 to 87. And I get these things called like thunderclap migraines, which are like sudden onset, incredibly... Pinch the cows. I'm crushing your cow. I'm crushing your cow. And yeah, I get those things, and they're rubbish. I don't like those at all. And I had one last week. I had one like Tuesday last week, and I still haven't 100% shaken it off. Yeah, they are. They are basically like a hand grenade going off inside your head with zero warning. I did not try the rosemary tea. Damn, I forgot the rosemary tea. I will, when I get home, I will make some rosemary tea. Thanks for reminding me, Jam. I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. This is the terrible thing. I've got so many little things to remember in my head that, like, Margaret's juice. Yeah, I dig it. It's the sort of thing as well. Like, the female is a big fan of whatchamacallit, chamomile tea. It must be. And like, she makes chamomile tea, and she contains that chamomile tea, you need two big mugs of chamomile tea to get any sort of like. Everyone in your work, ooh. Except for one co-worker, damn. Maybe there was something about like the atmospheric pressure or something yesterday, but yeah, I find chamomile tea makes me very, very sleepy. Sort of like a slightly like, oh, I'm gonna be sleepy. Whoa, that's a lot of work, Frank. That's a tremendous amount of work. Right, let's put you down back on the little portable tripod thing, so I can open some biscuits. What say you, chums? Should we get some biscuits on the go? Oh, okay. Bite down on it gently. Oh, that's good. That's good. Today we have the biscuit. We have the oh. Today's biscuits choice are very groovy. Very groovy biscuits. Let's have a go on one of these, see what we think. Ooh, okay. Okay, what's going on? Ooh. Well, there's plenty happening with this biscuit. Unwrap it carefully. Put the wrapper in the bag. Okay. Check this out, gang. 4 feet of snow. Yee! Okay. Quite thick. Chocolate in the middle, sort of thing. Let's have a go. Oh, let's give you a case peck. Quite hard. Quite a biscuity bottom. Oh. Oh, hey, they're chewy in the middle. The inside, there's like a little bit of caramel or something. Ooh. Those aren't bad. A bloke could get used to that as a biscuit. Yeah, the thing about dental care here in the UK is it's yet another thing that the Conservatives have ruined. Oh, brilliant. Sinus surgery, yeesh. Hey, chum. We're just finishing off the first biscuit. The first groovy biscuit. The sky sure is pretty. Snack overflow, boom! That's very good, that is very good. Oh. But this is alright though, isn't it? This is just sitting up here with a big flask of tea, looking down at the handsomeness. Oh, there's crumbs in my tea. Oh no. This is the worst thing that's happened to me all day. The female tells me I should tell you about a historical thing that happened here. She has instructed me to go. Make sure you tell them about. So I'm going to tell you about. I'm going to read it off a sign. Okay, the site derives its name, Barrow. The site derives its name from a discovery in 1879 of 3 skeletons lying in a stone-lined burial tomb, or barrow. The central remains were those of a woman of around 35 years of age. Accompanying her were several objects, including a beautiful bronze mirror. The mirror is one of the finest examples of British Celtic art to survive, and may be viewed at Gloucester City Museum. Other finds. Sorry, gang. I am reading this off a photograph of a sign. Let's put it landscape so I can. Ah, that's better. Other finds included a silver brooch, bronze bowls, and a necklace of amber, shale, and marble beads. The amber of which came as far away as the Baltic and Sicily. The late Iron Age burial dates from around the times of the Roman invasion of Britain, nearly 2,000 years ago. Here's a picture for you. The female's big on the local history. She's like, yeah, you know, you got to tell them about the local history. It's like, oh, okay. There are Iron Age roundhouses here. Zoinks. Well, there we go. My phone is. She is, as usual, correct. Yeah, well, you know, I mean, far be it from me to, you know, argue with the female. Keep being on the lookout for good boys. Because this is quite a big dog walking place. I know, it's really weird, isn't it, when you're like, when someone goes, ah, yeah, but this thing's from like 4,000 miles away, and you're like, what? Wait, what? How is that possible? I don't understand. Like, what would be trivial for us now, it would be a massive undertaking back then. And it is pretty wild. It is pretty wild. Oh. Roman glass has found its way into Viking grey. Is that... Wait, what? The problem is as well with these, with like the tiny little mug that these, that this flask comes with, you only get like 2 mouthfuls of tea. This isn't right. This isn't the Radiate Positivity mug. This is. Vikings weren't big on pottery. Okay. I had never, that had never occurred to me, but not the Vikings. Wood and horn. Wood and horn. Wood and horn and stuff. That might be the name of my autobiography. So we have got another biscuit, and amazing ships. Yeah, oh well, yeah, I mean, you can't argue with the ships. We do have another biscuit, gang. From the same people who brought you the disco biscuit. We have the milkshake biscuit. My milkshake biscuit brings all the biscuits to the yard. And they're like, biscuit. I think this is a very similar biscuit, but maybe less smart. Ooh, okay. It's quite pretty, actually. So this biscuit's same form factor, but this is the pattern on this one. Let's have a go. God, it's thick as well. I mean, look at that. It's thick like, I nearly said thick like your mum then. Ooh. Ah, okay. Now this one's just solid. This one's just solid chocolate. Yes, very much. Very much so. This is fun. nailed it. Doesn't ring a bell. Whee! Cool fact, dude. There are quite a lot of COVID chums around here as well. Can I photograph this? That's the question. Right, we need to change that camera. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a little bit underwhelming, but that crow there. Magpie fight. Our local wild friend that we just made was starting some crap with those two crows. There's a show where people try to make cakes and mostly fail terribly. Oh, cool. Whoa, it's a big cake. It's impossible not to sound really thirsty when you describe something as thick as well, isn't it? That's the problem as well. It's just like, oh, it's thick. Like, all right, settle down. Oh, that sun's setting really quickly as well, though. The sun is really... Like, I know that it should be obvious, but curry leftovers need eating. Ooh. I know what you mean. There are some TV shows that I can watch, but if I'm in the wrong mood, they just irritate me. Like, sometimes I find that about Mystery Science Theatre. Like, I love Mystery Science Theatre, but if I'm in a slightly peevy mood, if I'm in a slightly sort of like grumpy Zilla mood, I find it a little bit irritating. I can see how people don't like it. But also, I think it's one of the best TV shows in the last 25 years. Yeah. Isn't it wild, though, that I can just sit up here with a mobile phone and stream, like, perfectly okay video live to people around the world? It's weird, isn't it? Every now and again, you just have those sort of like, oh no, this is the future. This is actually the future. You know. I can remember a day when this would have been science fiction. Yeah. But this is what I love about Twitch, though. This is one of the main things that I really like about Twitch. It's just like how much variation there is. Where are you, Bickles? I can hear you, but I can't see you. Ah, there's our boy. There's our boy there. Yeah, tiny wee helicopter just there. What's this? Oh, something no one tells you about having a nail polish hobby. Go on then. 2000 the person to have Roman shiny stuff. Yeah, I know, right? Like, this glass is from Italy. Whoa, where's Italy? Sort of thing. And now we're like, yeah, I went there last week. You start itching the moment your nails are covered in steel polish. Yep. That checks out. It's the same sort of thing of like yawning on stream. The moment you know you can't yawn, it's like, oh, here we go. Or you have to use the loo, yeah. Or you finish something like that and you realise that your shoelace is untied. You're like, well, I'm not moving for 3 hours. You know, that's that, I suppose. Lead pipes were amazing, yeah. Lead, though. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, like, it's really weird. I've never grown up in a place where lead pipes are a thing. Like, all the houses my parents have owned and stuff like that, and the house we own now, lead pipes aren't a thing. But I still run the water. When I want a glass of water, I still let the water run for like 30 seconds before I pour myself a glass of water. Yeah, asbestos, everything. Yeah, asbestos. Ugh. I can see how asbestos would have been considered like a wonder material. Ooh, 2 rare butterflies. Ace. See, what's happened is the female's gone off over here. She's gone off into this forest bit over here. That's where she is. She was saying before we got here, she's like, oh, can you give me the car keys? So if I want to go and sit somewhere, if I want to go and sit in the car, I don't have to disturb you. And it's like, yeah, but if you want to sit in the car, you have to walk past me to get to the car. So, you know, so just tap me on the shoulder and I give you the keys. Dinosaur juice. Yeah, that is weird. When you explain it like that as well, it's just like, this is the liquid remains of animals, and you use it to power your car. Like, what? It's with, hey? Explain that to me again, because I thought for a minute you said it was the liquidized remains of now extinct animals. Just please, can you draw me a diagram? Yeah, it does. It does sound like something that's not real. That something that's just like. If you had to explain it to someone who wasn't, you know, what's the old thought the old thought experiment? If you have to explain it to an alien, they're just like, well, okay, all right, strap in for a minute because this is weird, right? Hear me out. Millions of years ago, these great big bird lizard things roamed the planet. Okay, now look, I know that sounds weird, but yeah, my car is powered by dead animals. Wait, what? Alien nodding slowly and, you know, walking toward the door whilst maintaining eye contact. Like, okay, well, I'm going to leave you to it for a bit because you all sound crazy. It does sound weird. It does sound weird when you say it like that to people. Fire is made from dead trees. That's scientifically accurate. It's weird as well how sometimes you get mountain bikers. I didn't think mountain bikes were allowed down here, but there were 2 kids on mountain bikes there. I thought I read somewhere in the local paper that they don't want mountain bikes. Yeah, there you go, my 1-ton man. It is getting dark. It's getting dark. It's getting cold as well, actually. Like, I know I'm up quite high, but it is getting dark. Blimey, are we not going to get an hour's worth of streaming out of it before it becomes too dark? Oh no. 2 people down there as well. Can I frame the shot so we don't get them? So I don't like film someone falling to his death or something. I remember we came here ages ago, and there was a music festival happening like here, in like that field there. There was, hello, hey chum, welcome in. Yeah, there was like a really small little music festival happening there, and it was quite chill actually. Like we were up here on this overlook, and I said to the females like, "Yo, should we just wander down and see if we can get in on that? Because it looks like a laugh." You know, and she's like, "No, don't barge in on people's, you know." She couldn't make up her mind whether it was like a wedding reception or a music festival. And I was like, it's definitely a music festival. Like, wedding receptions don't have outdoor stages as a rule. And yeah, she's just like, yo, let's go down there. Let's get amongst this impromptu music festival that appears to be happening in a field just outside Cheltenham. What happens in the parking lot? I only know because I've been told what happens in the parking lot. when it gets dark. But in this parking lot right here, for all of your keep the interior light on adventures. Also, big coat, big jumper. Backcountry, yeah, I can hear. It's really weird. I can hear tons of like little wildlife beeps and cheeps and stuff. But it seems to be an all year round thing. Okay, years and years ago, when we were late teenagers, this used to be a place we'd come to set fireworks off, which is something that now, as a grown-up, I can look at and go, that is... Did not get done for ducking, but something else. Oh, something else. Oh, okay. Which I now, as a grown-up, can appreciate is antisocial and, dumb. But when you're 19, it involves cars at night time and starts with a D. Okay, my totally innocent brain can't conjure up what that word is. Dogging. Ding ding ding. Oh no. Yeah. This is a yeah. Well, look. This is come clean. This is the dogging capital of like the Southwest. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I now appreciate it was an antisocial thing to do. But we'd turn up here and start letting fireworks off into this valley sort of thing, and all of the cars would leave very quickly. There would be a whole bunch of cars that would just start up and leave because, now like 10, 20-somethings had turned up and started letting fireworks off. Kind of put the dampeners on their plans, shall we say. Reported fake news. Yeah, I mean, we don't want the actor that portrays Phil Mitchell suing us, do we? I mean, that's the last thing I need. I don't need lots of things, but getting sued is, Yeah, that's exactly. I think we did it 2 years in a row before we went, yo, this is unacceptable. We need to stop doing it. But as I say, when you're 19 and stupid, it's you're a different person. So yeah, we stopped. It's no way I wouldn't dream of doing it now, but as I say, young, dumb, and burgeoning with bad decisions. I'll tell you what though, I am very glad I decided to bring some lip balm. I'm very glad I put some lip balm on before I left the house. Because it's, it's definitely lip balm season. Very much lip balm season. Yeah, it really is, especially when you're drinking tea as well. On the lookout for ears. I am on the lookout for ears. Wait, what? What? Bun ears, I see. If I spot any movement, I will swirly jump cut directly to it, but I don't expect to see any. I'm certainly not imagining I'll see a whole bunch, but these are not the ears you're looking for. Yep. Yeah, it's not hugely cold, but it's definitely big coat. It's definitely big coat weather. So yeah, as I say, I figured if we came out today while it's nice, because as I say, we can sit in and do jigsaws and stuff like that when it's raining. But when it's nice, it feels wrong to be indoors. It feels like a waste of a day if it's if you're inside and it's nice. If it's inside and you can be outside, it feels like, I don't know, it always feels like a bit of a slight F. Oh, okay. How about gentle Fs? Oh yeah, I can see the frame rate changing now. I can see the frame rate becoming variable. Yeah, I spotted that as well. We went down to like 16 frames then. 10, 11, 3, 0. Here we go. Have we been kicked off the internet? Have we been kicked off the internet? Oh, we're back up at 30 or so. I'm getting lots of weird looks by people walking past. People walking past, it's like, what's that weirdo doing? I think we're back. I think we're okay. Sure, it's fine. Sure, it's fine. Let's pour some more tea. What say you, chums? Let's pour some more tea. If in doubt, more tea. Yeah, I'm queuing for the new iPhone. This is where the queue starts. Over my right shoulder. Yeah. Yeah, hang on, let me pour the tea and we can go back to those because they're very handsome. Wee, tea. I should probably save some tea for the female. And she's not a big tea drinker, so. The jacket is good. Cheers, chum. Yeah, the jacket is warm and red as hell. Yeah, because there's nice clouds up here. Up here. You got some nice clouds there. And yeah, over there we've got some handsomeness as well. Now that's a shot. There's a well-framed shot, Andrew. You're doing good camera work. Cheers, everybody. It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot of hair with this. Okay, the electric skateboard was pretty awesome actually, I'm not going to lie to you. It's the electric off-road skateboard. I kind of low-key want to go on that. I know what you mean, they're very sort of like, if you asked like an AI to do you pretty autumnal skies, this is what you'd be thinking about getting. Yeah, the sun is really going down now. The sun's properly... it's properly setting now. Yeah, not even 3 p.m. Oh, I love me some tea. I love me some tea so much. But yeah, what a handsome place though. What a handsome place to hang out in. Just like, what a really handsome place to be at. It's good, isn't it? It's Gloucestershire, baby. She's glorious Gloucestershire right here. I mean, we are lucky that we live in like a very pretty place that I can drive for. I mean, we're not far from our house. We're maybe 15 minutes drive from our house. From like a suburban. Oh, bless, thank you, cheers. From a suburban location with like cinemas and tarmac roads and that kind of thing. You can drive for like 10, 15 minutes and be here. Pretty great. It is pretty great. I'm very much a townie, but you can argue with this. You can argue with any of this. I keep looking for the female, because when the female appears, she will be appearing from over here. Because I say, she's gone off into this foresty bit here. Can we check on the model cows? We can. Why am I doing that? That's going to make me zoom. I'm an idiot. Right, yeah, we can. Hang on. Yeah, I know what you mean, actually. Bits of Oslo actually look really nice. You know, when you see it, it's just like, above the cost of living, yeah. Zoom enhance. Where are they? They are there. Zoomers. Hey, that is very strong. So those are cows. You'll have to believe me that those... That's my fingers! Ah, my finger's really ugly! Ah, my cuticles, no! Oh no. Briefly saw my awful dry skin. Please avoid it. Please pretend you didn't see it. I remember ages ago we came up here with... I've got a whatchamacallit, a time-lapse camera adapter. One thing that turns your camera really slowly around like 180 degrees over like the period of like a half hour or something. And I did some time-lapse pictures up here. And they're quite chill as well, because you can see the clouds moving around and stuff. Whole naan for leftovers, yes. Yes. Very nice, very agreeable. The thing with naans as well is I actually really like a garlic naan with loads of butter on it next to a couple of fried eggs. It's really nice. It's really nice snackies, that. Should we put the camera over here? Let's point this way, because this is where the sunset action's happening. Yeah, it is. It's a nice breakfast snacky meal. Plain naan's great too. Plain naan is very nice. I quite like a bishwari naan as well, with like almonds and raisins in. Those are quite nice. Yeah, bigels, helicopter bigels today. I don't think we've had any aeroplanes, but we've had a couple of helicopters. I used to like my go-to naan when I ate, like before I was a vegetarian, when I ate meat, my go-to naan was a keema naan, which is like spiced lamb inside. Oh, keema naan, so lovely. I used to get them from like this little curry house on my way home. I'd go to the pub. On my way home, I'd walk into this little curry house and just get a keema naan to take home. And I eat on the way home. So lovely. Such a lovely snack. Oh, I can hear birds. I can hear little cheeps. Tiny peeps and cheeps. Hungry. Yeah, I know what you mean, actually. I could eat. Now, how am I... I'm trying to sort of like frame the shot so it's like a... sunset. Stream. Peshwari naan. Peshwari naan's good. Peshwari naan's good eating. Yeah, let's go for Indian food. The female was offering to make a curry last night, but my stomach was a little bit tender yesterday. But I could definitely get a curry in now. I could put a curry inside my body, no problem. Paneer, oh yes. Yes. Yeah, vegetable jalfrezi, mata paneer, sagaloo, taka dal, couple of naans, lemon rice. Yes, please. Yes, please. That's like my go-to ISO standard curry. If I go to a different curry house that I've not been to before. Vegetable jalfrezi, mate. Cheers. Yeah. I want to go on that kid's skateboard. That looks boss. Veggie pakoras. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he didn't fall off. He just came to a halt. Yeah. Wearing a helmet. Yes. I'm going to try to frame him a little bit so it's not all about him. He doesn't think he's being photographed. Yeah, I want to go on that. I want to go on that skateboard. It looks boss. Jesus. Run away at 12 miles an hour. Yeah, I think he did do a passive dismount, yeah. At first I thought he'd fallen off, but yeah, you're welcome, chum. Thanks for coming. I sort of like when I woke up this morning, I didn't quite know what to do with us today. I didn't know where to take us today because I figured we've been to the park and we've been to town, and like town's going to be a bit spicy anyway because the Christmas lights go on today and that kind of thing. So I thought it's been a while since we've had a chill stream. You know, it's been a while since the last one was that one in Tewkesbury, wasn't it? Really. So get up here. Look at that, though. I know I keep on about it, but what a place. What a lovely place. Yeah, well, it is the... What is it today? It is the 19th of November. Yeah, and I think a lot of places are switching their Christmas lights on. Ooh, mini panettone with coffee. Yes, indeed. Making some excellent life choices there, chum. I don't think anyone special is lighting them. That kind of got out of hand a little bit here in the UK. There have been several places that have had major celebrities, and have then the local council have then had to justify paying Robbie Williams 20 grand to switch on their Christmas lights or something. There was one year here in Cheltenham where they got someone at the time very popular to switch the Christmas lights on. E17, wicked. Took me to watching Christmas movies. Curse them. I forget who it was now, but it was somebody quite famous, and there wasn't a crush, but there certainly was, police and other people had to be involved to keep, people were going into shops that were still open to get away from the crush and that kind of thing, to get away from the influx of people. I'd do it for 20 quid. Just hi, thanks for coming everybody, have a lovely day, bonk, there you go, catch you later. I'd do it for 20 bar, no hassle. Local streaming celebrity switches on Christmas lights. There you go. Today's Santa Claus parade. Wicked. I will never get over that about a member of E17 running himself over with his own car. I will never get over that headline. It's one of those sort of situations where you read and your brain goes, well, grammatically I can understand what's happening here. After too many chicken potatoes. Well, you slip into a carb coma. Next thing you know, you've driven over your own body with your car. I will never get over that. I will never get over the weirdness of sort of seeing the headline and my brain going, well, I recognise those words, but that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Oh, good luck. Oh, stay strong, chum. Also, go local team. Wasn't the thing with E17 that there was only one member of E17 that was conventionally talented, shall we say. Wasn't like E17, wasn't like, I want to say Tony or something. There was one guy who could like legitimately write songs and play instruments and stuff, and the rest of them were just performers. I seem to remember one of them being talented. That's not fair. That's not fair, because all of them were talented, but one was considerably more talented than the rest of them. Dappy. I'm thinking of Oasis. Oh no. Oh. Didn't Dappy turn out to be a baddie though? Was Dappy in E17? I thought Dappy was in a different band. Wasn't Dappy in something else? Thinking of Oasis, that's so great. I mean, look, if they asked Oasis to switch on the Christmas lights, they'd say maybe. It's like the son of the family who lived next door to us, like Wendy's grandson lives with her in that house, and he's a big Oasis fan, and he quite often just sings Oasis songs to himself. Yeah, I think Dappy was in something a little bit more urban. But I think Dappy turned out N-Dub sounds right. I think Dappy turned out to be a baddie though. I think Dappy turned out to be baddies. But yeah, he wanders around the house singing Oasis songs to himself quite loudly, and impressively not self-consciously. Bless him. You know what I mean? It's like impressively not in a not self-conscious manner, sings Oasis songs quite loudly. And when he does, he sings like a medley of them. He doesn't just sing one. He'll do a bunch. And like the last time he did it, I was not far away from plugging in an electric guitar and joining in. You know, just for the lulz, not sort of going around there or anything. Just plugging in my electric. Oasis has more than 2 songs. Well, look, they got 3 albums, so you know. I mean, I'm definitely more of a Blur man myself, but I can understand the attraction of Oasis, and I think Liam and Noel, I want them to get on, but you know, I want them to get on because they're brothers, and you want brothers to remain on good terms. But yeah, this boy next door, every now and again, it takes all my energy not to plug in, not to quickly plug in my telly and join in. Liam is Liam. Liam is very Liam. But have you seen that video where he has to make his own tea backstage at like Glastonbury or something? It's great. If you haven't seen it, put like Liam Gallagher makes tea or something into a YouTube search box. There's one bit where he's visibly grumpy and he's like, I used to have someone to do this for me, but now all these kids are downloading music for free, I have to make my own tea, sort of thing. And it's really great. It's really fantastic. Robbie Williams breaking up Take That. Yeah. Robbie Williams has made a bunch of like bad decisions just recently. Like, he's off to Qatar, isn't he? And he's taken Qatari money to perform at the World Cup. And yeah, he's made a selection of slightly duff decisions, that lad. A mate of mine at work knows Robbie Williams, which I think is one of the weird sort of like, other than Oasis, yeah. A mate of mine knows Robbie Williams because they grew up together and went to the same school in Stoke-on-Trent. And Dougie, my mate, bumped into Robbie at a gig because Dougie does a lot of security work. And he was like, all right, Rob, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I'm in with these lads, sort of thing, you know. I'm in with these lads. I'm the dancer and Take That. Duran. Oh, wow. Yeah, Duran. Ace. Everyone goes milkshake duck. I think you can avoid milkshake duck, but there's nothing more depressing than milkshake duck, is there? Of just like, oh really? Oh, I thought he was cool. Like Chris Barry milkshake ducked a few days ago. He's, Rimmer from Red Dwarf. He's gone full milkshake duck. And that was quite disappointing. Oh yeah, regret to inform. Chris Barry is a conspiracy theorist extraordinaire now. Yeah, regret to inform. Milkshake duck. Milkshake duck is a thing of just like, it's an internet shorthand for like going, it's explaining that, like you see someone on Twitter or Twitch and stuff that's suddenly becomes viral and popular and that kind of thing, and all of a sudden you're just like, oh, it turns out they're awful. It turns out they're the emu person. Yeah, the emu lady. Yeah, it turns out of just like, oh, regret to inform that person's a baddie. And yeah, the shorthand internet meme for that is milkshake duck. But not that other. Oh, what? Not the one who's still looking after a very poorly emu. The other one. Because there are two emu ladies, aren't there? Yeah. You've got to be careful not to. Damon Albarn's a very talented musician. He's a very talented guy. The one of the poorly emu was milkshake duck. Right, okay. The black-haired lady is okay. Yeah, Chris Barry is, unfortunately, I found out that he's, he went milkshake duck on us. I mean, look, you're entitled to your own opinions and stuff like that, but hey, keep them to yourself, hey, Chris? Come on now. We all don't need to know about, the New World government keeping, the New World government keeping the man down deliberately by doing, that kind of thing. Just like, save us, mate. In Cane Hill. Yeah, wicked. Look at these two people taking selfies all the time. These two people standing on a hill with a camera on the end of a stick. What weirdos. Rodney and Darby. I think it is, yeah, I think it is. It's one of those sort of situations where it becomes harder and harder to say no to people with a bit of money and a bit of popularity and a bit of fame. It becomes harder and harder to go, wait, hang on, stop. You don't actually think that, do you? Ben Owen. He, little bit of politics there, wicked. I bet they're talking to. They're not imaginary. Bless. Of course I'm all sorts of boned if they're actually watching on Twitch. Like, if you are, turn around, you two. No. The thing is, they're quite a cute couple. So it's just I don't want. Oh, well, it's getting cold now, though. Part of me wants to stay until sunset, but I know that sunset is a little while. Do we not exist? Part of me. What is local sunset time here? Let me get the other phone. Let me see if I can find out what time actual sunset is here. How do I find that out? Co-write a novel. Will the sunset is 16:12 according to the phone, so that's Bagpuss. Oh yeah, sorry, bump ahead. That's Bagpuss. Sorry. Oh yeah, so the sun doesn't set for another hour, so yeah, we might struggle for that, because there's going to come a point where the female comes up over that hill. The mice. working the organ, wasn't it the mice that? Yeah, the mouse organ. That was it. The mouse made the mouse organ go. Oh, Bagpuss was great. Bagpuss was so great. It was one of my. It was one of my kids' TV shows, Bagpuss, because it's just so chill and just so. The narration's so nice, and it's so pure. It's so pure. It is super comfy. Yeah, it's really just lovely. Oh, bless. Balm for my soul. Yeah, I can totally dig that. The Moomins was great. Pingu was good. There was a thing about Pingu is when it was the Wombles were great. And the Clangers. Treat yourself. Next time you see the Clangers on television, switch the subtitles on. You trust your Uncle Bowdy on this. Switch your subtitles on. It's fantastic. Trapdoor. Oh yeah, Trapdoor. Yes, your awfulness. But yeah, there was a thing. They sold Pingu to a whole bunch of countries. And there's a story about how they sold it to a German television station. And they were like, "Oh, do you want to, There was discussion about whether they would be able to understand, and the one of the people who work at the German TV station just went, "Oh no, he's talking German." Just like every language with Pingu, it's just you hear your own language in the newts. Yeah, Pingu's great. There's so much physicality in Pingu that it's so easy to understand. It's so effortless to understand. It's almost like mime, isn't it? It's just really easily taken in and understood. Two Clangers. I'm like a couple of years too young for the Clangers. But I didn't have the Clangers in my thing when I was growing up. But the female's big on the Clangers. The females. But yeah, if the BBC still occasionally show the Clangers, they made new Clangers just recently, and if you switch the subtitles on during the Clangers, they subtitle it, and the subtitles are just it's fantastic. Charlie Chaplin's still funny. Laurel and Hardy's still funny. Like a little while ago, I saw that Laurel and Hardy staircase sketch. Absolutely hilarious. Really great. Like the timing of it. Muppet Show is brilliant. I still have the Muppet Show album. And the Muppet Show record album is really great. It contains a track where Gonzo eats a rubber tire to the tune of Flight of the Bumblebee. And it's literally like 3 minutes of Gonzo just going like that. And at the end of it, Kermit just goes, "That doesn't really work on a record, that, does it?" Just like, it doesn't really work on a record. It's so great. It's got an episode of It's got an episode of Pigs in Space on it. Sorry, Pigs in Space. It's also got an episode of the sci-fi one they used to do as well. But yeah, the Animal Hospital, whatever it is called, one as well. It's just like, "Doctor, he's sinking. I wonder what he's sinking about." Just such a good album, that. It's really great. Pigs in Space. Oh, blimey. Top quality. Dr. Rolf, yeah. It's got Sam, American Bald Eagle, singing a song. It's all sorts of great stuff on it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, some things become classics because they're just great, I think. Some things just like, You just look, like, people just go, yeah, this is good. This is just great. This is funny and harmless and lovely. And Muppet Christmas Carol. I still haven't seen Muppet Christmas Carol. I will have to one day watch that. I'm not a big, like, Christmas film person, but everyone says Muppet Christmas Carol is great. Michael Caine's greatest film. Checks out. You boy, what day is it? Dickens must be a time traveler. Yeah, that checks out. Is it on... Who owns the Muppets now? Do Disney own the Muppets? Who owns the Muppets? The Terminator. Boo, Disney on the Muppets. I was going to say, because if it's on Amazon, if Muppet Christmas Carol is available on Amazon, we could have a watch-along. We could have a watch-along party, whatever it's called. If you cry every time, oh, bless. I know what you mean, though. I've got scenes in films that get to me every time, that you can guarantee will get to me. But yeah, if it's on Disney, though, I don't have Disney Plus. I'm legally obliged to say I don't have Disney Plus. We'll see. We'll see if we can't rig something up. See if we can't arrange something. Have a Discord watch party or something. And every year they love it. Ace. I also haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life. A better piece of writing than Michael Caine Scrooge managing to keep a straight face while threatening to fire a dozen rats dressed in tropical outfits and singing Heat Wave. Ace. Okay, well look, obviously, I mean, based on these reviews, then I'm gonna have to watch Muppet Christmas Carol, aren't I? Because there's nothing about that review that I don't want in my body. Oh, I feel like these people here are setting off a little bit late. The costumes in Muppets have good historical accuracy. Is it a bad sign that like the the Muppet adaptation of something is historically accurate? Oh, it's getting cold now. Civil misfire. Yeah, that is another thing I was saying about to the female that there's gonna come a point where we transition from biscuits into mince pies, where we fall headlong into mince pies. But I think it needs to be at least December before we can do that, before we can legitimately sort of like go, right, okay, mince pie season. We're off the biscuits and we're on the mince pies. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Apple in most... Right, yeah, I think there is apple. Yeah, I think there is at least apple puree in a lot of them. Yeah, boo. First mince pie yesterday, wicked. Yeah, it always used to be that I would have my first mince pie always used to be in the office, because like sooner or later somebody would turn up. Somebody had to turn up with like mince pies and just like, look, okay, I've got mince pies, all right? Sort of thing. They do look quite a chill thing to make, actually. Like, tarts like that just look nice and fun to make. Like a nice, wholesome, like, half hour of just making mince pies. If I didn't have such a, if our kitchen wasn't in such poor repair, I would probably do a stream where we make pies. But, Yeah, yeah, stream idea. I have thought about it briefly, but our oven's just too ugly. Our oven's just too ugly. I'm not sure there's any corners of any way I could frame our kitchen that wouldn't make it look like a trodden on milk carton. You know what I mean? So, right now, is that indistinct dot coming up over the brow of the hill? Is that the female? I think it might be. I think that there may be the female. Like, yeah, if we did do a mince pie cooking stream, I would have to like really tap you all up for Ko-Fi because I'd need to buy a new kit. Because I need to buy a new cooker. So yeah, let's probably not do that. Pinch it. Can't quite get an angle. Where? Sweet. Excellent. I think I got her. It's too far away to be sure, but it reads like her cadences. Her walking pattern feels like hers. You only had 2 biscuits? Yeah, but in my defence, they were quite big biscuits. In my defence, they were pretty damn big biscuits. Not so much the colour of the coat, the hair colour and just the frequency at which she walks. Managed to break this morning. What? Hang on, so Softy managed to actually break co-host. What? Fun art about Ace. Oh, Softy, why you gotta be like this? Big skits. Ooh, nice. Why do I want a new oven? Because I can't clean my oven enough to make it presentable on a stream. My oven is too far gone to be cleanable. For twice. Oh, blimey, excuse me. Yeah, my oven is just, it's too old and too shabby and too just like, oh God, look at that, to be a streamable location, unfortunately. We will have to make do with shop brought mince pies. We'll have to rough it with shop brought mince pies. That's definitely the female. That is 100% the female. Because I can see that she's every now and again putting her tripod that she's probably now deeply regretting bringing down to take photographs. I do like it about Twitter. I know Twitter's in its death spiral, etc., but maybe rate the different mince pies. Yes. Tag slug. No. The people who are responsible for the internet's background weirdness, like Tufty and like Foon as well, are still moving among us. Are still moving around among us on Twitter. Still bringing weird things our way. We can definitely have a mince pie evaluation service. 100% we can. Hey, look at this good boy. Look at this good boy here. At last we bring you good boy. Sainsbury's Taste the Difference ones. Ooh. Wow, the not wide angle view is way more sensitive. Yeah, I can't film them now because their humans are here, but yeah, look at these 2 good boys. Meow. Have a good boys. Hey, one's coming to see. Hello. Hello. Oh, you 2. Hello. Oh yes, hello. And they're off. There we go. There we go, doggos. Excellent. Oh, brilliant. Yo, yo, doggos. Best boys. They had the zoomies. They've come from a big walk in the country, so they've still got doggo zoomos. Big again. I am in touch with the cosmos. Fingernails. The female is moving very slowly toward us. I think when the female catches up with us, we'll say bye-bye for today. There was a cobweb on the phone. That means somewhere there must be a spider in this entire setup. There must be a spider because... Ooh! Oh no! The doggos were very fleeting. The doggos were only here for like a minute tops per time. We'll have to. Can someone clip the doggos? Is that a thing? Ooh! I have to go. When I get home, I'll see whether we can still whether we can clip out the doggos. If I change everything on screen, that might unblock the intertube. I briefly saw the female, but now I don't see the female. So she's either... It's the 18. Cyber bomb. Unblock the cyber tubes. Flush out the interbend. Tell you what though, I am going to stand up for a second because my bum is getting very bony. Oh, gang. Oh. Grocery delivery. Oh yeah, chopper in your groceries. Wicked. Oh, standing up's great. I've been sitting on crouch cam for all this time. Oh, old mate crouch cam. Emergency, but yeah, chopper in. Oh, he's just doing like big loops. I wonder what he's doing. Weird. Yeah, I mean, I would normally not get up from there, but I had to because my you know what I mean? After a while, your bum gets a little bit bony. I'm waving at the female. I'm being careful not to frame the female because she's already given me instructions as to not make to bum pad on her. Yeah, well, bum pad just wouldn't have been able to hack this, I don't think. Hey, female. You're not on stream. Don't worry. If you carry on that path, you won't appear on the stream. Are you ready to go in? Okay. There we go. Right, gang. I'm gonna go. The female's with us, so I'm gonna say goodbye for today. Thanks for coming. Thanks for your company today. It's been lovely seeing you all. And stay safe wherever you are. You were right about the history. Everyone says thank you. She's nodding. Right, gang. Stay safe. Remain lovely. Get yourself a big glass of water. Sit down, relax your neck. And I will see you on Monday. Bye for now.